Uh-oh. Here we go. Looks like we might have a good boyfriend-girlfriend here. Alright guys, here we go. Doing an update. Quick little clip in the beginning you saw. We have some locks. So excited. Blows my mind that's I don't know. So I'm pumped on that. I know you can look at this two ways. I either got a really, really late start or a really, really early start on breeding this year. But yeah, so far I've had two males that I've seen visually lock, and with two females. I'm hoping that I've had an additional lock. Seen a lot of interest in another pairing, I guess. But without further ado, I'm going to pull out some snakes, the two males that went ahead and locked for me. This is no surprise to me. This is Dave. I got him from Justin Gobelka. Great guy. But he's my yellow belly pied, and I guess also known as pumpkin pied. But yep, I knew he would be a champion breeder. Just something about him struck me as awesome. Like, I knew that he's going to be like the backup male for everything. You know, everybody says I was a backup male, and I can assure myself that this would be the one that does it for me. He just seems curious, adventurous. He never misses a meal. His personality just says to me that he's not going to let me down, I guess. But yeah, here he is, looking really, really, really pretty as usual. I mean, the lightness of his saddles and stuff like that. You just don't see that in a normal pied. You know, they tend to brown out and darken up. But yeah, he's doing awesome. Giving everybody a day off. I've been doing about 2-3 days off and about 5-6 days. 2-3 days on, I should say. 5-6 days off. Usually get a meal in there, maybe even two. Just smaller meals, you know. Don't want him to get too fat. But this is the other guy that's been doing wonders for me. He's actually locked up a couple times, a couple different females, but this is my scales head pinstripe. Pumped for him. I mean, the only downside right now is that my scaleless head female, she's the one that's kind of been off feed and sitting at that 1,000 gram mark. She still really hasn't eaten. She's still sitting at that 1,000 grams. I'm going to try to do a pre-killed rat probably later today. Hopefully that'll work. But if not, you know, she hasn't lost any weight, which is just crazy to me because she's been off feed for about 3-4 months, and probably about closer to 3 months. And I understand that, you know, they can go quite a long time. You know, I've heard 8-9 months as being something that they do. But yeah, either way, pretty excited. Oh, calm down. I forget that these guys are ball pythons and not like my retic. I can touch her head and hang out with her, and she doesn't get crazy. But you bop a ball python on the head, or even touch their head usually, and they retract. They're not a big fan of that. But without rambling on too much about him and other things, I guess talked about that. Now I'll talk about who they've bred to. The scaleless head pinstripe, I have seen a confirmed lock, for certain confirmed lock, on my clown female. The clown female with the scaleless head pinstripe would hopefully net me some scaleless head pinstripe 100% het clowns. That would be bonkers. I mean, I couldn't imagine that snake in the future, you know. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention. Don't know why you wouldn't have been. But you can see all the scaleless snakes coming out right now, the scaleless ball pythons. They're looking really good. Loving what I see. I think it's going to rejuvenate the project completely, because I don't think there was ever a flaw in it. I really think that there was maybe some flaws in how it was potentially handled, and maybe there was some examples that led people to think that it was wrong. Obviously, it's a new thing. It's, you know, odd and it doesn't really make sense. And I know the scales are on snakes for a reason, blah, blah, blah. But I like what I see. Those animals all look healthy. They look vibrant. I love the way their skin looks. It almost looks like velvet. Like it looks so cool. And I will say the one thing I feel like I've noticed, and I can't really talk about this a whole lot because I haven't really seen a whole lot of combinations, but I really feel like pattern changes to the scaleless snake is actually going to be what makes a difference at all. I think that I mean those super pastels I think that WHS had, they are notably lighter, but I really think that what you really notice is the pattern and that sort of thing. So I think like the pied and the clown, the puzzle, all of those snakes I think are going to be like the big hits when it comes to the scaleless gene, because it's really going to manipulate that pattern. And then I think what will end up happening as the snake ages is I don't think they're going to brown out as much. I think they're going to stay lighter and brighter, and I think that's a really cool thing, because a little shown thing I feel like in this hobby in general is how dark these ball pythons get as they age. I mean, they're gorgeous when they're small. They're still gorgeous when they're older, but there is a vast difference. You know, they do get a lot darker. They fade a lot, and that's just something to consider. You know, that's, you know, high quality. Start with high quality first, and they usually hold their colors a lot better. But anyways, that little mini rant. He bred with the clown. He's also bred with my albino pied. So scaleless head pinstripe, 100% het for albino, 100% het for pied. I mean, I'm going to nail hopefully both of those, you know. Get a pinstripe albino pied completely scaleless. Like, that would be bonkers. I don't even know what, that would just be epic to me. So he's locked with her and her. Those are my two, I guess, kind of locks. The albino pied, though, I really haven't seen, like, you know, like that lock that's just like, oh yeah, that's perfect. I've seen a lot of like, kind of looks like they're locking, nothing like super crazy. So I would assume that maybe, you know, in the 2 days that I've left them in there, it just kind of has worked out. But on the other side, Dave, the yellow belly pied, I have seen now 2 confirmed locks with my pinstripe pied. So hopefully, you know, everything's going to be pied on that clutch, which is just insane. How cool is that? Every egg's going to be a piebald? That doesn't even make sense to me. That's like a dream in itself come true. I mean, that's so cool. You know, breeding 2 recessives together is just, they all pop out the recessive. It's awesome. That's like, it's just so cool to me. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, so pinstripe, yellow belly pinstripe pied, I think would be a pretty cool snake. Get that brightness. The pinstripe gene really makes the saddles on it, you know, like that, like almost like greenish color, and it really outlines the saddles. And then the yellow belly really enhances the brightness of the colors. So I mean, to enhance the brightness of that like pinstripe effect that it has on the pieds, I think is just going to be epic. So that's sort of it right now. I mean, the snakes are all doing great. I'm gonna, you know, keep just doing these like random updates. I'm sorry I'm just a little more sporadic. There's just a lot going on right now. Some of you may know from my Instagram that in my, I guess, last video, I start law school this coming Monday. So what is that, the 21st or 22nd of August? The orientation starts on the 21st and the 22nd, and then my actual first day of school is going to be on the 23rd. So I don't really know what that's going to bring. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm going to try to organize my life a little better so that I can keep doing these videos, keep doing my Instagram, on top of, like, you know, caring for these animals, because that's really what I care about. I mean, I love sharing with everybody, and I love talking about these things, and hopefully I can teach somebody something, and somebody can teach me, and like, I love the community, but at the end of the day, I really only care about these animals. So they're going to be first, and then all of the social media and the YouTube is definitely going to be second, because that's just how it should be. I mean, I feel like a lot of people kind of get that mixed up, and that's something I don't want to do. So I've been slacking a little bit on this social media. You know, I've been trying to move. I've been renovating this house. I'm trying to get into. Takes a lot of my time. But got this Free Friday here. I should be getting my hair cut, but I'm here doing this instead because it sounded like more fun. So at the end of the day, though, I am pumped for hopefully the future of those animals building and land snags. I think it's going to be damn near awesome. But at any rate, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I greatly appreciate it every time I get comments. It's makes it all worth it to know people watch, I guess, and that we can talk to each other and spitball ideas back and forth. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Also, I think I got my logo done, so probably gonna post that some point in this video here somewhere. So let me know what that looks like as well, and I'll be talking to you guys and gals soon. See ya.